Man, it's like coming into the church pew with that music. What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Friday Night Live. I'm AI. This is AI Collectibles. I have a guest tonight. I've streamed with him on his channel or a couple weeks ago, probably 3 weeks ago now. He's a great guy. We chat in Discord and Instagram. Yeah, and he's just a good guy to chat with. Has a lot of knowledge, and he's also a member of the Enablers Discord channel. So I'm gonna bring him into the room now.
What up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm like, man, you're like one of the few that like watches and like is there the whole time. So I'm like, man, I got this shit motherfucker on stream. Who's gonna be watching me now? It's just
Well,
gonna be me and you talking to each other.
you know what? Let me pull the YouTube up just to make sure the quality is there. It's hard streaming and keeping track of how's the sound, how's the video, how's this.
Oh,
Looking
I
at my
know,
screen
man.
here, I'm like, I'm a little darker than I am on the OBS over here. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, no,
You
I
gotta
hear you,
respect these
man.
guys that are streaming every week. Oh my god.
Like that's like I mentioned before we came in here. I went out for pho with the in-laws and my
Oh,
wife before.
pho. Oh,
Oh, I love pho, buddy. That's my jam.
I've never had it.
Um, Here, let me turn the chat on here. Sam Rock is in here. What's up? How you doing, bud?
What up?
Got a sup AI from Omar. Ayo, what's up, buddy? Who else do we got in here? We got Kevin. How's it going, buddy? Glad you're here this time. I know you caught it on the replay last time, and it's cool. If you're busy, I get it, man. As long as people watch, and leave a comment, let me know that you checked it out. It's always appreciated. It's nice to know I'm not doing this for nothing.
I always like to see I'd like to see feedback in the comments. How was the sound? How was the this? Did something go wrong?
Well, and I think we know that just in general. Usually, people in chat, if something's off or like the audio's crackly or they can't hear you, people are usually pretty quick to, be like, "Dude, shit's
Good.
fucked up."
Yeah. I'm
So,
always looking for what to fix on the stream. What's the next thing I got to play with?
absolutely. Here, I'm gonna sign out Discord because I don't know if that little fucking beep keeps popping up, and that
Yeah,
shit
let me
drives
make sure
me
it's
nuts.
not
I
me.
don't know. I don't know if it's just because I'm old and I don't know how to turn that shit off. But I always get that notification beep whenever I get a message or like there's a new thing in Discord when I have it on my computer, and I'm like, I just sign out of it.
Yeah, you're not using CPU. You're not jamming yourself up.
Well, that's it, man. And usually when I come, I do like a hard reset, and there's always, when you got different mics, you got cameras, you got, lights and shit all hooked up. You're trying to get everything going good and strong and get ready. I usually do like a little test stream before just for a couple minutes to make sure my audio's there. But this is the first time I've had anybody on here. So, and yeah, I hope it's working. I hope it's going well. So, Des, what would you like to be called? Is it RE fan? Is it Des?
I prefer RE fan.
Okay. Because that's like your team name, I guess.
Right. Yep.
Kind of like me, I play with a bunch of old fuckers when we play Call of Duty, and we're Team Sup.
Okay.
It's just been something that's stuck around, and I've been playing with these fools for like 20 years, right? And the fucked up part is I'm the youngest. They're all in their mid 50s or older, but we've been playing together for like 20 years, right?
I see.
So there's some old dogs, man. So did you get anything in this week?
Dude, I got so much in already. I got so much that's actually, let me flip this logo. It seems wrong. Did you see that?
Yeah, it is.
The logo is wrong.
It's probably because your camera's not mirrored. Sometimes I got to mirror it so it shows up right.
Is that better?
I don't know. It's weird.
Cool.
What I'm looking at will be flipped if other people are watching it, I guess. So thanks, Omar. Appreciate it, bud. Thanks for giving us the heads up. Omar's awesome. Again, if you guys don't check out Lost Cause Collective on Saturday nights, and they also have an awesome Discord. The guys that put that shit together are just decent dudes. They keep chat going. They'll talk with you. They're just they seem all around decent dudes, man. And I really enjoy watching their show and you know just being in contact and talking with these guys. They have a lot of knowledge about this shit, right?
That was the
Um,
Saturday show. They do that on Saturday nights.
yeah, they do it Saturday. Time
They
wise,
just
I'm
do
not
it so
sure.
late. For me,
Yeah,
I watched the other day on last Saturday. It was
mm,
great. And the
yeah,
guy's got great setup. He had the skateboards on the wall. I was loving it.
and that's the thing. Like Saturday nights, I usually because I work 2 weeks on, 2 weeks nights, 2 weeks days. So on my night shifts, I work 7 p.m. till 7 a.m. So I usually have it on my phone, and when I'm driving around, I have it there. So
Mm.
I'm still kind of watching, but I'm listening at the same time, and I chime in when I can. But like I said, they're just they break down all the news, which I don't do. I kind of pick a couple things here and there that I like to touch on. But they'll go through like all the figures
Yeah.
that have been announced that week, even if it's something they're not into, right? They still go through that comics as well. Me, I'm not so
Yeah, they
much in
went through
comics.
anime and
Yeah,
comics, all
man.
kinds of stuff.
And it's a good show. Anyways,
Yeah, yeah.
now I seem
Shout
like
out
I'm
I
just
see my
sucking
brother in the
their
chat. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to man.
dick. What's up, man? How's it going, buddy? Welcome, welcome. Um, so yeah, what'd you pick up?
Oh, dude. Well, the Black Friday sales were so good. I did wind up scoring stuff at Entertainment Earth, Hasbro Pulse. I
Okay,
went over to Deep Discount and got some stuff. So some of that did come in the other day already, but I showed it off on Tuesday on my show over at the Team Don't Ever Stop YouTube channel. But I did get in today. I got a big box. Actually, got a couple things over there, but I did get a big box from Hasbro Pulse today. So I
nice.
got those simple Megazords.
Yeah, the White Tiger
It's a
Zord,
white
nice.
Tiger Zord.
Little homage to
Yeah,
JDF.
that's right. And I got the metallic White Ranger.
Nice.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to rotate. I'm gonna have to invert this camera. Oh my god, it's gonna drive me nuts, dude. Oh my god. Tell me if that fixes that.
You're still the
Oh
same.
my god.
You're still the same way, bro. In my camera. Oh, there you go. You flipped.
Is that better?
That's better.
There we go.
Right on. Right on.
Sorry about that. I don't use it. I mean, the frame rate is terrible. I don't know what's going on with the frame rate.
Fair enough. I
That's
don't know.
that's
You
not
look
going good either.
you look clean on mine, dude.
Okay, I don't think it's running too good. Well, sorry. I got the Legends Japanese Spider-Man.
Nice.
And when the deal on Hasbro Pulse was their sale was if you have Hasbro Pulse Premium, you get
You got
25% off.
25% off. But I don't know, man. There's nothing like even with the 25% off, nothing really bit me that I didn't already have or
Yeah.
already had on pre-orders. So and I was trying not to spend money. But
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah.
I picked up some shit anyways that I shouldn't have, but we'll talk about that after.
Same. Same. I mean, this was all stuff I was going to be ordering anyway. So I was like,
Yeah.
boom. And Walmart, in the States at least, these are only available at Walmart and Hasbro Pulse. And
Yeah, and it's
Walmart
the same.
just canceled it on me.
Yeah, it's the same thing here. They're
Okay.
Walmart exclusives in Canada, and
Okay.
you can, like they do with their partner exclusives, you can get through Hasbro Pulse in limited quantities, as they
Yeah.
say. But some stuff seems to be on there longer than others.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with some of that is. But this metallic White Ranger is a Pulse exclusive.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I did get these today. I went to the dollar store, the Dollar Tree in our area.
Right on.
I mean, we've got dollar everything, General, Family Dollar. We've got all those stores, but Dollar Tree is where I got these
Nutcrackers. Feeling a
nutcrackers.
little festive? Or are you gonna do a little
$1.25.
little Christmas shoot with those bad boys?
I mean, I'm no toy photographer. I don't think anyone would think my pictures are that great, but
You got to start somewhere, brother.
yeah. So now for $1.25, hey, plus they had this snowman.
Right on.
Perfect. The hat
Hey
and
man,
scarf alone.
you got the makings for a good dio, man. You get some fake snow, put in some rocks, and and
Yep.
away you go.
Beautiful. So, and that was on your recommendation because I went over there looking for some pipe cleaners
Right on.
just like last week or whatever.
So you could
Just to,
update that Serpentor cape
well, I don't have Serpentor, but I did use it on my Green Ranger
on your
shredder.
nice.
And
He's
this
a
is dope.
sweet. He's a dope figure, man. Just in
Oh,
general,
it's
I
awesome.
really like it. He's the only one I got from that line, but I think he's fantastic.
Yeah, he's good. No drop down legs, drop down thighs, unlike
Which I think I
the
think
Power Ranger
only
or the Street Fighter Power Rangers.
yeah, I think only GI Joe Classified started it first, and now they're starting to do pinless Power Rangers that have the drop down
Yep.
thighs. That's
Yep.
new to these pinless figures that they're starting to do with like the Street Fighter and some of the newer pinless ones. How do you feel about those?
This one is awesome. These two are really,
Yeah,
really good. I mean, the designs are already really good. Shout out to Chamba. I
right
don't know if
on.
he worked on Ryu and Chan or one or the other, but he helped design those or was heavily involved somehow. So that's cool. And yeah, I love the drop down legs. They're a little loose. I might take a little something to it to tighten it up. We'll see.
Okay.
But it feels really good. The accessories are really cool. The lightning legs are a little heavy for Chun. So these kind of weigh her down a little bit, but
Yeah, she needs
um,
some thicker thighs.
yeah, especially with the looseness and the drop down, she doesn't
Yeah,
hold it up too good.
fair
So
enough.
that could use some work, but it's great for
You
pinless.
don't
Plus,
find you don't find the joints too tight because that's some of
mm,
the issue with some of the GI Joe classifieds is that like the pin is too tight. So
mm,
unless you heat it up or something, it starts to cause like stress marks and doesn't you don't have that full range of motion. Like
yeah,
my first Spirit that I bought, I honestly thought I was gonna break the leg right off. It was so fucking tight,
some Hasbro
and
stuff is hit
and
or miss.
it like from me moving it forward, like that joint felt rubbery a little bit,
Yep,
just right, and then I got iffy. So
yep,
I had another one come in, and I just gave that one to a buddy who doesn't really collect, but he can
mm,
appreciate it, right? And it's just a great all around figure. And I know he's not going to fuck around and pose it around like I would to do pictures or just get different poses and shit, right? So,
yep, yeah, yeah. But this one with butterflies on the female body, that's new for Power
yeah,
Rangers. Pretty
nice.
sure. So yeah, great figures. I really like those. And the last of my pickups today, another excellent delivery. Right here. Oh, I got the Spring Samurai Turtle, not a Ninja Turtle. Don't be ridiculous.
Oh shit!
It's not a Ninja Turtle.
That's the is it Fury or Fury?
Yeah,
That's the
Fury Toys. Yep.
yeah. Man, so you haven't opened him yet. He looks sick. I'm a little put off by the size. I know everybody's like, "Oh, he's
Yeah.
1/12 and that's how turtles are supposed to be." But size-wise, man, he's looking closer to like a 4-inch turtle. But I think from pictures I've seen, I like the design. I think the paint apps are pretty sick for, that scale of a figure.
Yep. Yep.
And yeah, I think they did a really nice job on it. It's just
Yeah.
I think it's a little expensive for that
Yeah.
size, but I guess they kind of get away with it because it's considered an import, and we end up paying more for imports anyways.
I mean, some of these toys that are unlicensed, it's kind of like they are really nice, but you do go, well, these are unlicensed. You wouldn't expect them to be this expensive. But
And you're not paying for the license because
yeah.
it's you know what I mean? It's third party, it's unlicensed, so
Mhm.
you're not paying for that license, but you're still asking for a premium price. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a fantastic figure,
Yeah.
but I just don't think there's enough there for the price,
Like these
personally.
bad boys, I mean, these are pretty good, but
Yeah,
they
I
they
picked up
do
two I
have
picked yeah, I picked up one of each of those, and I think they're
yep, me
pretty
too.
great, man, like the paint apps, the blood,
Yeah.
kind of the wear on them. You're not getting wrist articulation, but I kinda like
Mhm.
that because it gives it, like, a smoother look, and they're zombies,
Yeah, it
they're not
looks good.
fucking grabbing shit other than people anyways, right?
Yeah. Did you see that the exclusive is out this weekend? The at
Is it
LA
at the
Comic Con, they have
con?
an
Yeah, I saw it, and they got a few exclusives, man, and it's like,
mm,
Shit. Well, I don't live in the States and I ain't going that far to
Yeah, I
get
mean,
it.
I hope they put it on 5K Toys website. We'll see.
If they don't sell out, I'm gonna assume they'll show up there at some point.
Yeah, I
I
hope
hope.
so because I mean, why not? I mean, I don't mind having more zombies. I want more.
No, true that, man, and they're great looking figures. I really dig them, man. I mean, again, they're pricey. I think I paid 55.
55 for US
Yeah,
too.
and that's US with exchange and shipping. Like I bought two of them. I think I
Yeah.
paid like 170 bucks Canadian with
Whoa.
exchange for two of them,
Okay.
man.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, it gets a little pricey, but um, so is that all you got? Did you pick up
Yeah,
anything else that
that
hasn't
was
come
it.
in?
I mean, I did get a couple other of these, but I have them to the side here. I don't know why I put them over there.
Okay.
I got the White Ranger or the White Tiger battle mode or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
The only one I'm missing now is the Dragon Zord battle mode. That's the only one that's not available to buy.
Okay.
But these are
I
good. These ones for these cheap little prices. These are. I mean, they don't have any real articulation. They move up and down, a little
yeah,
bit, but
kind
they're
of kind
dope.
of like the Super 7 ones, right? That are in the
Oh,
smaller scale.
way less than that. Yeah.
Really?
Well, I get a Super Cyborg. Yeah, the big
Yeah.
Super Cyborg ones. Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
big Super Cyborg and like the
I
cuz
guess
I
the
have one of
reactions. Yeah.
one of the reaction Power Ranger Megazords and it's bigger than the reaction ones, but it's like 5 points of articulation. It's
Right.
got the legs, the arms and the
I have
neck and
those.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same deal.
just a
But
little bigger.
these even you could add a little paint to some of these, and they would be like so cool. That's what
So
that's my plan eventually is to paint at
so
least
did
the
you open
OG
your
Megazord.
Galactus yet?
Yeah, yeah.
I opened mine. I got mine yesterday. I opened it. It's hiding in the dark in the shelf back there, holding up the Silver Surfer because
Oh,
my Silver Surfer's like board effect, the purple one.
wow. I
Like as
saw.
soon as I twisted it, snapped, man. It came right apart. I was like, for fuck's sakes. So I was like, I wasn't even gonna use it. I should have just left it in the fucking box. But now it's broken. So if I ever
You're
do
gonna reach out.
resell
You
it,
can probably get a replacement.
but I bought it through a friend, man. Like I didn't buy it directly, so I don't know if they will. I was thinking about reaching out anyways, just to see if they would. But yeah,
That's a good point.
um,
Yeah, yeah. You never know.
I got a bunch of stuff incoming. Some stuff was supposed to show up this week, but got delayed in customs. So,
Mm.
man, I got like fucking.
Is
my
that
wife's
common?
my wife's gonna shoot me. I got like 5 things coming in Tuesday next week.
Ooh.
I
I think
got
I've got a box every day for the next few days.
but I sold a couple of like 1/6 scale figures today that I got to ship out tomorrow. So that kind of, you
Okay.
know, balances things out, puts a little more back in the bank account so I can put on the credit card after.
Yep.
Um, I did pick up, I have a guy I've been dealing with for years. He's a local sideshow
Hmm.
retailer. So I went and picked up the Into the Spider Verse Miles Morales. And I
You
also
said Hot Toys or Sideshow?
it's Hot Toys.
Hot Toys. Okay.
Um, and I also picked up the Winter Soldier from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which
Ah.
after seeing the pictures of it, I'm not too hot on it, so I'm gonna try and move that. I already posted it for sale. I'm just gonna keep it sealed and try and move it quick
Mm.
because yeah, I'm not too keen on the head sculpt. It's kind of disappointing.
Mm.
I still have like the first Winter Soldier from Captain America Winter Soldier, so and that's probably that one and the one that they released for Infinity War are probably the two best ones. So I'm just gonna stick with that and get rid of the other one.
When did those come out? Are those older?
Like the Winter Soldier Captain America one, yeah, that's much older.
Mm.
This one just came out, right? So I
Okay.
picked up my order that I pre-ordered from him. I got a 1/6 scale So Toys Omni Man coming in. It's called Omnipotent Man because again, it's a third party unlicensed figure, but
Mm.
looks fantastic. That was held up in customs. It was supposed to be here this week. I ordered the Boss Studios Sam and Max.
Oh yeah.
Also going to be here Tuesday. I have a GameStop order coming in that most of it's probably going to be returns because I couldn't fucking cancel it. Like the cancel
Mm.
button was there because I got my Crimson Guards in from Amazon, and I had 3 on pre-order from GameStop. I tried to cancel them and it wouldn't let me, so they're coming. And I also have
Wow.
Dusty coming in that order. So, and fucking what else? Oh, and the Snake Eyes with the white timber
Oh, yeah.
is coming in. So, but I did go into my local comic book shop this week, so I was able to grab a couple of things I had him put aside for me. So I got Sergeant Slaughter, which I'm pretty stoked about. So, um, yeah, he looks pretty dope. So I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to
that's an awesome one.
getting into this
Lots of
guy.
people getting that one.
Yeah, man, he looks great. And
Is
I
it the
also
first of the plastic free for that style package?
I don't think so. I think like the
Okay.
3-pack Viper pack was
Yeah,
maybe.
for the big boxes, but I mean like the standard one figure. That might be the first one, right?
I think it might. No, Kamakuru was the
Oh,
Amazon
yeah.
exclusive. He was the first one that came with a single figure. But these are both considered, him and Kamakuru are considered deluxe figures. So they have
Uh,
they're a little more expensive than the regular figure.
he's
I
probably
don't
like
I
a
don't
license
fucking
and a
know.
half.
I don't know why they're considered deluxe figures because they come with about the same amount of accessories as a regular figure comes
Mm,
with. So I don't understand where that fucking shit comes from. It's their way of squeezing another $5-10 out of you. Whatever, man. I'm a
yeah.
sucker. I love my GI Joes, so I grabbed it.
Yeah.
Um, and I also grabbed this guy,
Oh, the Haya?
RoboCop. Yeah, the NECA RoboCop
Oh, the
with the
NECA.
chair.
Okay.
Yeah,
I haven't
yeah,
seen
he's
that in
pretty
person.
dope.
That's awesome.
The chair looks great. Yeah, there's a local comic shop we have issues I've been dealing with for a long time. So, and he usually posts weekly videos. And if you see something in the video, you message him, and he'll throw it in there, right? And yeah, I he's pretty cool. Yes, desirable character equals deluxe. Absolutely, it's ridiculous, man. It's just their way to squeeze $5-10 out of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
Unless
not
they
all
for
in.
someone like him, like maybe they really couldn't license it without the extra money. But
I
I don't know,
know,
Valaverse did it, right?
but why call it a fucking deluxe?
Yeah.
And it doesn't say deluxe on the box anywhere. So it they like mentioned it in stream and how it was gonna, it's gonna have that special deluxe pricing, and then it shows
Mm,
up and yeah, it's an extra $5-10, right? Which kind of sucks. And I felt the same way. It was a little off putting. Like when I
mm,
opened Kamakuru, and yeah, it was like, what? I was like, yeah, he comes with a second head sculpt and he comes with,
mm.
a bunch of reused accessories. But I don't know. He's probably the one Joe that I've got where he doesn't have a place for all his accessories.
Oh.
Like most of them have like the fucking
Yeah, the
Crimson Guard,
bats hold
man.
everything, yeah.
Yeah, the Crimson Guard, man. Like he comes with a pistol, he comes with a gun, comes with a fucking saber, comes with a knife, comes with a backpack, and like everything fits on him.
Are
Same
you
thing with
army
the alley
building any
fighter.
of that?
Yeah, I got 4 of these,
Okay.
and I got 2 of the retro carded ones pre-ordered from
Oh,
Walmart.
okay.
So I'm trying to cut myself off to army building not more than 4 because I ended up with like 12 with like the troopers, or no, the infantry. I had like 5 of the troopers, like the first ones, the Target exclusives.
Mm.
I had like 8 bats, 8 alley vipers. I sold a couple of those, and I'm like cutting myself back because I'm like, I don't even have room for this shit.
Yeah. How do you
you
get the
know,
Target stuff in, Canada?
we get it through Toys R Us Canada.
Mm.
So, and that's like Toys R Us. I've talked about it before where they were starting to charge like 10 to like 15% above like suggested retail price. But I think they're starting to listen, or maybe just shit isn't moving off the shelves. Because I've walked Toys R Us over the last few months, I've seen more like collectible figures on the shelf than I ever saw before.
Mm.
So I see them now. They haven't changed the price on old stuff, but newer product that's coming in, they've dialed it back to like that 37.99, which is what we pay Canadian. Like we pay around 35-40 bucks for a Marvel Legend GI Joe classifieds in
Wow.
Canadian dollars, right? um And that's why if you go to GameStop and you have like the Platinum or Onyx card, you get a 10 or 15% discount off of that. So that
Mm,
kind of helps if you pre-order there. So that's where I try to get a lot of like my like GI Joe classifieds from, in like my hit or miss Marvel Legends, just because I have that card.
right.
But yeah, anyways, it's True seems to be dialing back. Like some of the retro carded figures that I've seen come in lately are now, $37.99, where they were coming in at 45
Woo.
$50 Canadian. And it's like, are you guys fucking high? Like, I can go to Toys R Us, or not Toys R Us, I can go to Amazon, I can go to GameStop, I can go to Walmart and get it cheaper, right? So why am I going to shop there? But the good thing is man, their shelves are fucking stocked because stuff
Yeah.
mustn't be
Someone
moving.
posted
So
that picture today in the
they
Discord.
must have changed their mind, man, because they're like, well, shit ain't moving, so maybe
Hmm.
we should dial it back to what people are actually willing to pay for the shit. And even then, like with the price increases, like when I started
Yeah.
collecting Joes, even when they started dropping from Toys R Us, they were like $25 Canadian, man, like 24.99.
Hmm.
And now they're 30, 35, 36,
Such a big
37.
jump,
You
man.
know what I mean? And you see these little $1, $2 increases, and it's like, fuck me, man. Like,
Yeah.
you're trying to price us out of this. So
How are
I
those
did
retro cards? They're not as nice as the Marvel Legends retro
like
cards, right?
the GI Joe classified ones,
Hmm.
or no, man, they're sick, dude. Because
They're
they have
good.
like they're fantastic. They have,
Oh,
I mean, it's a different style. Here, I got one here.
are they
Um,
like as thick? Because those Marvel Legend ones, they do those card backs nice.
they're not as thick, but they have like the old
Yeah, the
school
art
like
is great.
art, right? From like the old card back figures that we used to collect.
Yep.
And I think they're fantastic, man.
Yep.
Like I don't think the card stock is as thick, right? But I don't give a shit because I open them
Yeah,
anyways,
I like
right?
it, but still, when you have a nice presentation like that,
But it's
it's
like
important.
it's almost like I want to start doing like Figgy does, and like start sticking these on the wall, man, behind my desk, because the cards are beautiful.
Yeah,
And it's the same way with the Marvel Legends, man. Like those card backs are gorgeous on some
it's
of them.
hard to open them
Oh, I
for
know,
me.
man. But I'm like, I'm not an on card collector, so I'm like, nah, can't do it. So I kind of wanted to touch base on something and kind of get where you're at. Um,
First, I'm gonna crack this code red.
Code Red, the Mountain Dew.
That's right.
So I did make a note here. Okay, sorry, I should have had this ready to
No,
go.
man. Hey, it's tough
Um,
to be prepared for these streams. It's a lot of work.
do you have like what is your current state of collecting,
Mm.
and is there an end in sight? Is something I wanted to discuss because I
Yeah,
know
so,
me, like me being a collector personally, I'm starting to get up there. Life's starting to change a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I'm seeing, like I'm 45, right? And I'm
mm,
starting to see like getting closer to 50, 55. It's like for me, where does it end for me? Where do I stop personally? But I'm
yeah.
curious to hear where you're at. And like I said, life, kids, other hobbies, other things that kind of take up your time. But yeah, like where are you at
Hmm.
in like collecting in general?
Yeah. So for me, I just had my second daughter. My first daughter, she's almost 3. My second daughter is 2 months old. So going into 2023, which is already sounding like a scary year, right? Fiscally and
Yeah,
economically, things are concerning. A responsible dad, these things I'm thinking about. I have to pay for daycare for 2 children. So yeah, 2023 will probably be very different for me than 2022, 2021, 2020. 2019 is when I really started getting into collecting toys again. So
yeah,
I haven't been grinding for a long time, but I also never got rid of most of my childhood toys. I've always had them. So I still have a lot of Transformers, Beast Wars mainly. I almost have the whole line of Beast Wars.
okay,
But before I was collecting toys, I was collecting video games, and not like I was buying, But I got a nice video game collection. I mainly
yeah,
played a lot of survival horror games, so I've got a lot of those style games, Resident Evil and Silent Hills and things like that. and you'd think there's not a lot to collect with those things, but there is. So I have a lot of stuff like that. But collecting video games isn't fun anymore. I mean, most things are just digital now.
Yeah.
They don't have those great collector's editions like they used to. It's not the same. So that's when I thought that when I was really collecting games, I thought collecting toys was really boring. I didn't think the
Okay.
action figures were that great anymore, especially when they weren't making stuff like this. They weren't making beautiful Muckmens
Yeah,
and
no,
things like
fair
that.
enough. Yeah, yeah.
So now that they've come around to trying to get our wallets because of the nostalgia age for people my age and your age, because GI Joe is huge and all that shit. Marvel is bigger
G.I.
than ever.
Joe, Ninja
So
Turtles, Marvel, and those retro card backs, man, is where
mhm.
they're starting to get like some of those figures. It's like I had like that new, like I think it's from Uncanny X-Men 275. They're doing like the training outfit
The
versions.
yellow and blues,
Yeah, and they dropped the
so good.
Wolverine, and I'm like, motherfucker. I was like, I had that. Like, I
Mhm.
remember being like starting to like buy figures with my own money, and that was like one of the first like carded figures I picked up
I
at Toys
know.
R Us when I was like 10, 11 years old, man. And I'm just like, that has me.
Mhm.
I don't give a shit about the rest of the line. They got some cool figures. Spiral looks dope,
Oh,
but I want
Spiral looks
that
really good.
Wolverine, man. Because it hits and they know it, man, and they're like plugging you, man.
Yeah.
You know that.
We're at that age and they're slamming us. But not only are they slamming us, it's multiple companies making the stuff we always wanted.
Yeah,
It's NECA, it's Super 7, it's Jada Toys making great Street Fighter figures or they look good. Hopefully they're good.
yeah,
And all these companies are doing such great things. And then you have all these other companies, the third parties, the little things that come out that are really neat that, hey, I want to try this. Let me pick up a couple. SH Figure Arts. You've got all this great stuff now
yeah,
that and for me, and like I said, I'm trying to be a little more, not that I'm definitely not irresponsible with my spending. I'm very careful, but I want to tighten up in 2023. So what does that mean? That means these big pricey things I think I'm done with. No, if Super 7 tomorrow drops another $500 vehicle, it's not happening. If the next HasLabs, I'm glad that Ghost Rider didn't go through because I was probably going to buy that Ghost Rider. Uh, so it's just time to kind of tighten up a little bit with that and maybe focus a little more. Now, when I started getting back into collecting, I was an inbox collector,
yeah,
collecting Super 7 and NECA Turtles.
yeah.
Well,
And you've mentioned that before to me.
before that, it was Godzilla's. So I was collecting only the big Godzillas like these. Now they're expensive and you got to ship
Yeah,
them from Japan. It's not cheap, but they're very nice. And I love that shit. And then NECA, you go to Target and you see NECA has Godzilla figures that are cheap at the time. They might have been $25 in 2020 or whatever. And then you go, oh, well, NECA's losing the license for Godzilla. I said, well, let me grab these figures because they're going to be gone and then they're not going to be making them anymore. And you
yeah,
didn't know if anybody else was going to be making Godzilla then. I just knocked my camera to the side. You didn't know at that time, Godzilla was it was NECA making shit. It was Playmates wasn't even making Godzilla stuff yet. Bandai had stuff, but they were moving out because
yeah,
Playmates was coming in, but we didn't know that yet. And of course, you had the Japanese stuff like the monster arts and stuff. But I was only collecting these. But then I got into the NECA Godzillas, and then I found NECA was doing turtles because those were really hard to get in 2020 in Targets and Walmart's for the movie stuff. But I was
yeah,
mainly into the cartoon because the cartoon was like just I don't know, it was like newer I think because the movie stuff was like out for a little bit before that. But so hunting the new cartoon stuff was fun. I started doing that, and then it came to Monster Arts, and then Super 7 stuff, and then so it just kind of grew and grew, and then it's like it's just too much stuff now. So I think
yeah.
I'm out on I'm out on a lot of lines. The only thing I can say I'm in on, Super 7 stuff. I think I'm sticking with Thundercats. I think I'm sticking with Turtles, Power Rangers. But even that right there is a lot of stuff.
It
And then
is,
you go,
man.
well, I want Super 7 Godzilla as well. So now it's like, you see, it's just hard to hop out of lines. Thankfully, things are spaced out so much. Super 7 really didn't put out too much this year for me. Early in
Oh,
the
but
year,
they announced a
I keep
lot.
knocking it. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, the way they kind of do things is, they do, they'll have 3 waves up for pre-order at a time, essentially.
Yeah.
So they'll when a new wave hits, that's when they'll do the next pre-order. But they have so many properties that they're going all over the place. So like Simpsons, I was in on, but I'm not now unless I can get them on sale. Like they've been on sale here and there,
Like
either Amazon, Entertainment Earth, Dorkside
Entertainment Earth,
Toys.
man, is dropping them heavy, man.
Dorkside
Right?
Toys was a great place to get stuff until recently.
Mm-hmm.
Dorkside might be done, but yesterday they just put out another big sale. It might have been 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And they had some of the brand new wave of Turtles Ultimates. The last 2 waves, $25. I said, I'm going to take the gamble and I'm going to order these Turtles because they're so cheap. Worst case, I got to go to my credit card company and tell them, hey, I need you to refund me because these people are screwing me. But so that's where I'm at with Turtles, is just being a little more careful with the spending. Same thing with Thundercats. I'm a couple figures behind on Thundercats. But the good thing is these things aren't hard to get. So I think I try to hop on the things that are harder to get and make sure order it. For example, the Super 7 Ghost Jaga, that was a Super 7 store exclusive. The pre-order ends tonight on the Super 7's website. So I ordered that. But normally I'm just like, I'll wait for a sale for a lot of this stuff. Unless it's these, imports that aren't going to be available, like Mayfex and stuff like that. You don't wait for a Mayfex sale. That's really not going to happen.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Some figure art stuff you can. Depends. But a lot of it, even some figure arts, it's like,
Okay, well, I got another buddy who's wants to get in on the stream, and he looks like he has his hands full, but
it's all good, man. Let's do what we can.
That's gonna be me if these kids wake up.
I might have to cut out, but for now we can chat. What's up?
Yeah, no, it's all good. Ian, what's up, buddy? How you doing tonight?
Oh, good, busy.
Fair enough.
Are you having a hard time getting employees to come to work too, Aaron?
What's that?
Are you having a hard time getting employees to come to work?
No, not at all, man.
No? Oh, man. No, everybody's sick or something going on, it seems like.
There's definitely something going around, man. Everybody's been sick. I was sick. It didn't seem to be COVID. No one's testing positive for it, but everybody seems to be down and out, man. Wow. Even like me and my boss, and it's like, and we're never sick, man. And we were both out like almost at the same time. We were texting each other, and it was like, dude, I'm sick. And he's like, dude, so am I.
Wow.
And it was like, dude, I had like the worst body aches, worst headache, couldn't get off the couch for like 2 fucking days. I was miserable.
Yeah, I had it bad too, man.
Excuse my language. There's kids there, man.
Yeah, I'll just keep it down for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
So how's it going, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man? Nice to meet you.
Yeah. I heard you talk about Godzilla figures.
Oh yeah. Is that a Mecha Godzilla back there?
No, a lot of this stuff is Alien, Predator, stuff like that. A couple Godzillas down here.
Oh, there you go. Yep, the NECAs. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm fully into the NECA.
Yeah, those are great cases. What are those?
These are custom. They are just like a garage shelf that I like
felt
encased in, boxed in with wood.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have those in my basement holding some stuff, but nothing like done up like that. They look good.
Yeah, like most collectors, I've been through several different displays, and it's the best price, and it looks good. And,
yeah.
Can hold
and
lots of poundage.
Hold those big boys, yeah.
In different kinds of collecting. I see you still got some Hot Toys in that DTOF. You're not right out.
Yeah, well, I rebought. I had to get the original Jungle Hunter again.
Is that a Guyver?
And then I still got my HR figure.
HR6
And then the old school MMS Alien.
Wow.
Right on.
Yeah, I got the Guyver bust there.
Yeah.
That's sick, man.
That's awesome.
I had that there?
I don't think I've seen the Guyver in real life.
Can we see that up close?
Sure.
Oh, that is
Man, that's
cool.
beautiful, dude.
Oh
It's
my.
supposed to light up, but that's part of the reason why I got it because I got a deal. It's light ups
Ah,
aren't working.
That's
Yeah, a lot of these are like half finished projects almost. I like to do
what is
repairs
it?
and some stuff. Yeah.
stuff stuff that you're planned on fixing, damaged shit. Like, did you ever get
Yeah.
around to finishing that half scale endo? Do you still got it?
It's over there now.
Is
It's
it?
not quite finished yet.
It's in the to be finished, to be determined when I'll get to it pile.
Yeah, I actually did fix the gun. And then I had
Yeah.
some little cousins over here and they were playing with it.
Ah,
Yeah.
Because it's just the right size for them.
mm.
Yeah, totally.
Look at
So I
that
missed the
beauty,
toy
baby.
news and all that, or are you guys just doing chat tonight?
Well, we were talking, man. Yeah, going through kind of, some pickups and just kind of seeing where, I don't know. I know things have changed for you as well. And I asked as the question is just kind of, like the current collecting and kind of where you're at, and do you see an end to it? And
Yeah.
that's been a pretty good answer. I'm coming up on, I turned 45 this year. And it's like, I'm creeping up to 50, 55. Like, when is the end? You know what I mean? And it's like, Caitlin would question, is there an end? The way shit's been coming in lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's tough. These companies are making great stuff. It's almost like we have to wait until things go bad and then they stop making what we want.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what can we do? They're
It keeps
making this
getting
stuff.
better and better for statues. It's hard
Yeah.
because this
Like,
stuff just keeps getting better and better.
for
Well, I think it's gonna.
everything, man. But this is
Yeah.
the other, like, the next part of my question is, like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm finding it personally harder and harder to resell in, like, the secondary market. I'm finding it really tough over
To
the
get
last couple
buyers.
months. Like, I talked to Mario yesterday. He's our, like, local sideshow distributor, and he did the pop culture fair the week before I did the collector con. He said he didn't move anything, man.
Whoa.
Oh, that hurts.
And he
Wow.
was there. He said he sold like random shit, like his kids, like stuffies and stuff that he brought with
Mm.
him. But he's a sideshow vendor, man. And he had 1/6 scale figures. He had
Hmm.
like 1/3 quarter scale, 1/6 scale fucking statues. And he's like, to bring all this shit there with me and set up. He's like, I was so mad when I left. He's like, I made $150 on stuffies
Ooh.
and like
$100 at the table.
the random kid stuff that he sold at the show, man. And I was like, and that's how I've kind of been feeling, man. And we kind of discussed it a bit too, is, I'm posting stuff in groups and I'm seeing other stuff get posted in groups for good deals, man. And people aren't messaging, people aren't leaving comments. It just
Wow.
seems like, and stuff's getting lost in there, man, because it seems like there's more people posting stuff than there is people buying. And it's been such a shift over the last 2-3 months, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are. I mean, at least for me, I'm not personally. As long as I'm working, I'll be fine. But I think
Yeah.
some people are concerned. What does 2023 look like? And it's depending on what job you have, maybe it's even more of a concern. So
Well, and that's the thing, right? I mean, I think that's a big thing. We're kind of leaning into, kind of a recession. I don't know, are we?
I
But
don't know.
it's
That's
just,
what they keep saying.
but for me, it's like the way I usually fund because I mean, I do have a lot of shit, but the way I fund usually my new stuff is by selling old stuff to make room,
mm,
right? And it seems to be
Be
more
right
of a
back, dudes.
struggle.
yeah. I'm definitely sitting on a fat stack of stuff I'd like to sell. I just haven't gotten around to posting. Like
Yeah.
like I got out of the simple Godzilla Bandai, the simple. I'm gonna call them cheap, but they're not. They're nice. They're the simple figures. The Bandai movie monster series stuff. I'm like, I gotta move these because I don't really need them. Or maybe I sometimes when you import shit, it's kind of a better deal to maybe grab two of some things because then it's a value to resell later, even if it's not right away. So I do have a stack of stuff like that.
But I kind of feel like it's hit or miss, man. I don't know.
Oh
For
yeah,
me,
yeah.
anyways, like in the 1/6 scale, especially, you don't
Okay.
know what's gonna hit. Like it used to
Yeah.
be, it used to be smaller runs, and not everybody would pre-order, and then there'd be a secondary market after where you could
Hmm.
sell something at you know, at an up price and make a couple bucks on it, but it doesn't seem to be that way right now. And I've seen like more things on like Sideshow Collectibles getting waitlisted now because I think they're getting tired of sitting on stock as well because people just ain't
Yeah.
buying. And they've done some heavy clearances like deals like over the last month and a half.
Yeah, I
They're
picked up some
offering,
Super 7 stuff from them, but
yeah, they're
it's
offering like
only barely a deal depending
20,
on shipping.
5% off. They did have some BOGOs. If you buy one, you get the second piece at 50% off. It's, and like I said, a lot of the newer stuff has been waitlisted where before it wasn't, man. Like you could sit and wait for a deal. And now it's
Mm,
like a lot of these figures, like I was watching another channel and they brought up a list of everything that's waitlisted, man. And it's pretty
wow.
insane. And it's just, I don't know. I think they kind of smell it in the air too, or maybe they just aren't.
Yeah.
They're sitting on more stock. People aren't buying
Do you
as
watch
much as they were. And I
do you watch
think
Kyle Peterson at all on
no,
his
no.
YouTube? Well, he's a guy, he's a huge collector. He
Hmm.
buys like everything. I like watching the toy hunt videos for the people that actually buy stuff. There's a lot of people hunting that aren't actually really collecting so much.
Buying,
And it's not to say that these people aren't collectors. They're just not like they go to Target and they're not really collecting any of the stuff that's at Target. You know what I mean?
yeah,
They're buying maybe some Black Series, but you don't find Black Series in the fucking stores ever. So, or at least commonly.
yeah, no,
So I mean, he's a guy, he works, I think, for one of these big bread companies. So he has a real insight into economics as far as how supermarkets are doing and stores and this and that. He hears a lot of those kind of things.
yeah,
So I mean, the things he's been saying about when prices are going up on goods has been accurate. And this is like a toy channel, but he gives this kind of information because he sees what's going to be happening as the quarters come in, or these
hmm,
decisions are made by these big companies. So he gives a lot of good insight to those things, and his prediction is for 2023, those figures that were easy to get before, we're talking Marvel Legends, Black Series, the things you'd find at Target, Walmart, whatever. He thinks they're going to be hard to get again like it was back in 2020, 2019, because the buying has slowed down
yeah,
because there's been so much stock sitting. They're now purchasing less. So things
hmm,
will be harder to get like it used to be. Because I don't
yeah,
even have to hunt for nothing anymore. You're able to order it one way or another. You don't have to go to Target 10 times a week, which is good because I work from home now. At my old job, I worked right across the street from a Target, and that Target was fire. And
hmm,
I got done work at 3 o'clock. I worked 7 to 3. I would go over there right after 3. Oh, they always had the Ninja Turtles I was looking for as soon as they hit. They always had the Marvel and shit. So I'm not hunting like that anymore, and I don't have to, which is nice. But we'll see what happens next year. If there's certain things I want, it might be harder to get. You might have to do some more hunting.
yeah, yeah. So Adam's in the chat, or was. I hope you're still here, bud. Highly articulated. I streamed with him a couple weeks ago as well. He's another Canadian collector. He's big in the Northern Outpost GI Joe collectors page, and he's also big
Hmm.
into the Mythic Legions. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, so he said, "Who are you guys kidding? There's no ends. Collectors are addicts."
Yeah, it's definitely an addiction of sorts.
And then he says buying is slowing down and buyers for retail will adjust their quantities accordingly, but there's a lag, which
Right.
is why we're seeing so much in store right now. So let's see. Let's go through the comments here quick. The man said nice predators
That's my brother.
and nice displays. What's up, buddy? And then we got Sinister
Oh,
in the chat as well. He said 2023 is looking scary. Man, the end of 2022 is looking fucking scary.
shout out to Kevin. Yeah.
And how's that Galactus, man? It's honestly, I'm impressed, dude.
Yeah.
I get caught up on like the little things. I'm bummed out my surfer fucking effect broke right out of the
Mm.
package. That bummed me out. Um, but I don't know. I it's still great, man. Like even when I got the box, because I picked up a couple of Hot Toys at the time too, right? And just the sheer massiveness
I
of
know.
this
I just
fucking
put it in my
man,
attic.
I was like,
It's huge.
what the hell? And then I was like trying to get it out of the box. I had to lay it on the floor in front of the cabinets, and I'm
Yeah.
like, man, like,
You can check out on my channel the unboxing we did. That thing was a
did you?
beast.
Oh man, it's just, but it's so impressive,
I think
man.
that
And I
Thunder
like,
Tank box is going to be even bigger.
oh, I think the Thunder Tank's insane, man. Like it
I might
looks
get yelled
bigger.
at for that one.
It looks as bigger than some 1/6 scale fucking vehicles I've seen, man. Like, and yeah,
It's big.
that
I don't know
thing
what I'm doing with that thing.
nuts. Where do you put something like that? Like, I ran into the same issue with like my 1/6 scale tumbler for the Dark Knight
Yeah.
Returns. I had nowhere to put that. It was sitting up on top of
Yeah.
two, because before I had the Billy cabinets, I used to have like 6 DTOFs
Oh, I wouldn't put that on
side
top of
by
a deep
side, right?
Oof.
And I got rid of a bunch of those. I only have 2 now. I have one on each side of my television, and I went with the Billy cases.
Yeah.
So, but I used to have a bunch, and then I'd post, when I ran out of room in the shelves, I'd post figures and shit on top, right? Like I am with the Marvel Legends. Like a 1/6 scale won't fit up there, but the Legends, 6-inch figures fit up there, okay, right?
Yep.
So, and I had my tumbler, which, is still pretty fucking big. And I had that like sitting with like the tires were off, just barely off the edge of the front of the DTOF, and it sat on top of 2 DTOFs. And that's a big vehicle, man. It's a big chunky vehicle. And then I see this Thunder Tank and I'm like, God damn, man. That thing's insane. It's huge. Like, I'm glad I'm not into Thundercats, because man, I'm starting to run out of room just for like big
Yeah.
shit. Like, I bought that Arsenal like turtle van.
Yep,
I got
that's a
the
great turtle van. I have that.
man.
I'm a
I got
crazy man. This is why 2023 will be different. I bought that turtle van. I bought the Super 7 turtle van. I bought the NECA turtle van. So
see, and I was like, I already knew I wasn't doing the Super 7 one, but I was humming and hawing about the NECA one because most of my turtles are NECA turtles, or the Arsenal one. And the Arsenal, it's a little too big for the turtles, which is a bit
yeah,
of a bummer.
it's a nice one. Did you see that that $60 or $40 ambulance that went on sale that people are going to be mocking up to be maybe a movie accurate turtle van? The
Yeah.
original movie for $40. That's not bad.
So Kevin asked, "Did you end up getting the Soto shredder?" I didn't, man. I'm sitting now. I'm getting to the point where it's just I got to start being a little more choosy. Like I have
Yeah.
the really used turtles and accessory set coming.
Do
And I
you
think
need another shredder if you already have the first shredder?
but not only that, man, is I'm thinking I might just sell the secretly used turtles, man. Like in the accessory set.
You got the
I
4-pack?
I have the original 4, you know what I mean? I have the
Yeah.
quarter scale 4, and the only reason I got into the smaller scale ones was because of the villains, because I wanted some soldiers, I wanted Toka and Razar.
Mm,
Um, it's just it's starting to
yeah.
get space is becoming an issue. Yeah,
The good
like
thing
we're
is though, if you like the movie stuff, I mean, there's not that many more characters they can do. They can do Kino, and they can
yeah.
do the guy, the ninja guy who runs the Foot Clan that he doesn't want an action figure made. What's that character? Uh, you know what I'm talking about, right? Well, the other
The
guy, he
guy,
doesn't want an action figure made of him. I forget his name.
no, the guy it's the old it's the guy that worked for Shredder. Like,
Tat,
why can't I think of his name?
Tatsu, yeah, Tatsu.
Tatsu? Yeah, he doesn't
But I
want.
did order the Secret of the Used shredder.
Okay,
So they put it up on Friday and it sold out in 2 minutes. And then they said, "Oh, well, we'll put more up on Monday." Well, why did you put them up on Friday just to sell out for 2
and
minutes?
it seemed like they put up a lot more on Monday,
It was
because
up
they
for a
were
while.
still it was up for like 20-25 minutes after, right?
Yeah, some of the stuff was available for a little bit.
So Adam asked, "How many Galactuses did you guys buy?" I think it's a
Mhm.
buyer's market because a lot of people have been buying to flip, but if everyone is doing that,
Yeah,
there's nobody to sell to.
right.
And that's the thing. Like I don't get me wrong, Adam. I got mine for pretty much retail, man. I
Yeah, if they're
wasn't
not
paying.
selling. What are you
I
gonna do?
wasn't paying secondary market. Like, there's no way I was gonna pay. Like here in Canada, like on buy and sell, they're going for like 800-900 bucks. When he first came out, they had guys posting them for $1,000.
Yeah.
I don't care how cool it is. I ain't fucking paying that, man.
No.
Not a chance. I ended up getting a good
Yeah.
deal on mine, which is why I jumped on it.
No,
Um,
I did buy two. So I do have a second one because my thought was maybe when Galactus comes out in the MCU, that's when people will really want a Galactus at some point. And that's not anytime soon
Toshihiro,
though. So
yeah, Toshihiro Obata. Did I say that right?
is that the person, the
I
real
don't want
life person's
70.
name?
I don't want 78 points to shoot me for
Mm,
mispronouncing it. But yeah, um,
he's the bait in the
uh,
party wagon. The party wagon, it looks dope. If it's anything like this, I feel like, a lot of people, and I've even heard you say, you're not impressed by the Super 7 stuff because of the articulation and maybe some of the QC stuff. And that's true. But whenever I open a Super 7 figure, the packaging, the quality of some of these guys really is really, really good. So I expect to really be blown away by that tank. Now, I've expected to be blown away by a lot of things, and then they don't deliver. So we'll see. But I'm confident that that's going to be a great party wagon. And then once it's out, and I'll have the ones to compare. I'll go, hey, which one is the best party wagon? And that's the reason. Sometimes that's the reason I like to buy stuff because I'm the only person that I know that's collecting this shit. So I'm the only person that is like buying Super 7 stuff. And my dad and my brother buy some stuff and some of my friends that I know, but they're not buying some of these things. The only time you're going to see it is if you buy it. So
Silver Surfer took a dive. Omar. Like, this guy is insane, man. He's huge. Um, Here we go. It's an incredible piece. I got FOMO every time I see it.
yeah,
Man, like, think about it. I'm 6'3", man. This thing is huge. It's insane. Like,
I don't have
it's
anywhere to put him. I just sit him right here next to my desk. He just stands here while I'm working.
like, I had to move some stuff around so I could put him on the shelf. I found a good place for him, but Jesus, man, like, he is,
You
man.
hear
Like
that ratchet? Ooh, 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 ooh.
the ratchet joints. I know, man. Like, I'm not worried he's gonna break, dude. Like, he's gorgeous, right?
He's cool.
Um, yeah, he's a beautiful piece, dude.
Yeah, I'm a big
And like
Super
I said,
7 fan.
I'm glad I paid pretty close to retail, or I wouldn't ended up having him.
And you know
But yeah,
what? When he for retail price, like if we go back to a year ago, gotta be careful with him. He will take a dive if you're not watching. If we go a year ago,
it is.
when the
It's
when the kick
awesome.
or when the Hasbro John was going for Galactus, sure a lot of people complained about the price and the value, but I feel like they really delivered on it. And even at the campaign time, I feel like they were giving you multiple figures and the light up and all that. And then you see the Rancor. The Rancor was terrible.
Yeah,
They were coming with these tiers that were awful. The Hell Charger was, it was what it was, and people voted with their wallet. They said, "I don't want to spend 350 on that." So,
and that's the thing, man. I thought it was nice. I
yeah,
think it
I
was.
think it was
I think
nice.
it was, even with the figures. I still think it was $150 too much. Because even for me in Canada with exchange,
Right, right.
you're looking at like 550, $600 to
Yeah,
get that imported to us, man. And for me, the cost, it's just the value's not there. And I don't know, I couldn't justify it. I didn't jump in. There
yeah,
was the big thing that was, most people were pretty decent about it. There was some guys who were saying just fund it even if you back out to get those tiers. I don't agree with that, man, because what are you putting out there? What are you saying? Like, you're telling
yeah,
Hasbro, yes, we want it, but then you're putting them in a bad position as well. Because what if a bunch of people say, "Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to
yeah.
back out," and what if that puts them below where like their threshold was to
Right.
get this into production? What if half those, what if a third, what if a quarter of those guys backed out who just put in there because they were told by social media guys, like influencers telling you, well, just back it. You can get out later, just because they wanted to get to those tiers,
Yeah.
not thinking about. And you still get a handful of people who will put in and forget. So
Oh
you
yeah.
still, you know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, I forgot to cancel that. Now I can't pay my rent. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
Like I
mean,
get, like that's an extreme example, but that does happen, man. I
oh
know
yeah. Oh yeah.
myself. I'll end up ordering like fucking, from 3 or 4 different places, and I'll forget to cancel from one or two. You know what I
Yep.
mean? When I get one in, and it's like, well, shit, they're still coming to the door.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I can return them to, like GameStop or Walmart.
Right.
Amazon's a little more of a pain in the ass to return to, but their return policy is pretty good.
Mm.
But you end up, with something and you forget. So then what? And it's just,
Yeah.
I just, that was the one aspect of it that I didn't agree with, was just people pushing out, just do it, even if you're not going to go through with it. And it's like, man, that's the wrong way to go about it, man. And you shouldn't be pushing at the people that watch you to back something that they're not necessarily going to back because they
Yeah.
think it's too expensive, or they're not fucking interested in, just so you can get that extra figure. You know what I mean? And that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, personally, that aspect of it.
Well,
I
as
don't
far
know.
as the campaign went, I mean, it wasn't like fun and exciting. Like if you look at that, the GI Joe, the GI Joe vehicle, what was that called? The
Okay, what does John mean?
John can mean whatever you want it to mean. That's the beauty of it being a John. That's a Philly thing. So
Okay.
that's the beauty of that word. You can use it, and you know what I mean. The John.
Adam made a comment. He said, if you're looking for the most modern articulation scheme, Super 7 isn't for you. But if you
Yeah.
want totally radical fun toys, Super 7 are great. I I
Go
have
ahead.
my own
Let's hear it. Go
personal
ahead.
I have my own personal feelings about it, and I think I've been
I only
pretty
have this
vocal
one
about it.
sitting here.
I think Buckman's great. Me personally, I have the 4 turtles,
And to go
and
back,
that's
this
it.
was when they were $45. He was $45, not
Fair
55.
enough. I picked up
So
the 4 turtles, and that was it. The first one I picked up was my favorite, was Raphael. Raphael's always been my favorite. In the end, I had loose hips, man. And
yeah.
then on my other 3, I also have loose hips, man. And
Mm,
like I can get them to stand, but they have to be in like that sweet spot, or they'll topple forward, man,
mm.
because the hips are too loose. And as many ways as they put out, they still haven't managed to correct that.
Yeah, I don't
You
think
know
they
what I
I
mean?
don't
And it seems like, and I've mentioned this before, and I've talked about it with you too, is,
yeah.
like, I appreciate the design work that goes into it. I do
Yep.
like how they're touching more on like the nostalgia vibe. They're closer to like the figures we had as we
Yeah.
were kids, and I do appreciate the design work that goes into it. But I personally think something gets lost in translation, man,
Yeah.
from design process to factory to, what gets produced and sent out to us as buyers, man. I
And
do
I
like the
always am like,
packaging.
damn, I feel bad when that happens. When the whole wave of what was it, Leatherhead and Krang and Ace Duck or whoever was in that wave, like almost all of them had loose joints and multiple reviews. So it was Pixel Dan, it was Toy Bro. They were saying how the hips were loose or the knees were loose, or I think it was
Mad
the
Hatter,
hips because they were.
Mad Hatter had
Oh
issues
yeah,
with his
he'll
clothing.
rip them. He'll rip them every day of the week. It don't matter. His videos are his best videos. The only ones I usually watch from him are when he's got to be online at his time. It's like 9 a.m. or 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Or earlier because he's West Coast, and he's like he does the videos where he's scrambling to get the pre-orders in. That's my favorite. The NECA dangerous pre-orders.
Fair enough. Oh shit. So Ian, are you feeding the baby?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
So Ian,
quiet.
have you picked up anything recently, man? Are you still buying
Just
stuff?
NECA. No, just NECA, man. Like,
Well, hey man, that's still something, dude.
NECA
Like
Predator or
I got
NECA
I
what?
got NECA RoboCop right here, bro. Like
The
yeah.
RoboCop
I'm
is dope.
still on that shit.
Well,
I'm
my
buying
latest.
more of this stuff than I am this stuff now, man. Like I've definitely dialed back on the 1/6. I've quit all pre-orders. I have a few, like I think I have 2 left from Mario, and then I'm done, man. Like I'm done pre-ordering. If I can get it after it's released and I can afford it, I still want it, I'll grab it. But I'm off the preload train, man. Like I had like
Nothing.
20 some figures on my list with Mario, and I was like slowly counting it down, ticking them off my Excel or my Google spreadsheet as they come in, and I'm down to like 2 figures, dude, and then I'm done pre-ordering, man. It's just the stress of it. It's like either shit comes in not at all, or you get like 3 or 4 at a time, and it's like, dude, like I got like a $1,500, $2,000 bill, and
Yeah.
and
Whoa.
sometimes it was like a couple paychecks in a row, man, and I was like, I can't do it anymore, man. It just, and I don't think the passion's there like it used to be, man. Like I'm
No.
sitting here on boxes that I haven't fucking opened, man. Like this is Endgame Thor. He's been sitting under my desk for like 6 months.
I got a room
And I
of boxes.
wanna
I need to
open,
do
How you
something
and
do
I
with.
that?
want and I want to open him, but I gotta go into storage and dig out the box for my fucking Infinity War Thor so I can box him up and sell him. And I'm just, I don't know, man. Like usually, you know how it is. Like when we used to get these, I was like, oh, I can't wait. I gotta get in there and see
Yeah.
what it is, man. And now it's like, man, it just sits in a fucking pile of shit that I don't open anymore. And it's,
No, but
I don't know, man.
you're waiting for your unboxing Friday though, right?
Yeah. Do you think that's
You
part of
say
it
that.
too? Do you think it's part of like you trying to make content? So you're trying to find a good time to do things and take pictures in your videos? Does that lead into
I,
some of
I
your delaying?
I think I think it was for a bit, but for me with the Hot Toys, I don't think that's it, man. I just think I've gotten, I don't know if it's I have too money or it's just
Oops, all boxes.
see, and mine's a little more contained. Like I have, I have a bin over there, but most of the stuff I plan to get to is just stashed under my desk here. But no, I don't most of my stuff is in storage or in bins in the garage, right? Stuff, and usually it's stuff that's opened. It's just extra boxes. But I'm getting better at throwing boxes out. Hot
Yeah.
Toys, you don't throw the boxes out. Statues, you
No.
don't throw those boxes out,
These
man. So
Godzillas don't throw the box out. At least I don't.
yeah,
I
No.
don't like
because then you don't get, when you go to resell them, people want to pay half, or you know what I mean? It's like, well, it ain't got the box.
Yeah.
Like even with Hot Toys, well, what shape is the fucking shipper box in? You get some of those
Yeah, the
shipper
shipper.
boxes, and it's like, dude, it's a shipper box. They stick a sticker on it and send it to you. Who cares? I don't.
Yeah.
You got those are figure arts or NECA? Your Godzillas.
No, these ones here, these are X Plus. So these are Japanese
Oh, you got the X
imports.
Plus.
Yeah.
Man, I want a gigantic so bad.
Oh,
I wish
I don't. They're
I
too
want
big.
gigantic Shin. Like I had the chance to pre-order that when it came out, and oh man.
Well, they just recently did a new color that was amazing. It may even still be available. And with the weak yen right now, some stuff is just so cheap. It is a good time to buy. But the problem is once you buy one of those, you're gonna want the
Oh
next
no,
one, and you're gonna want the
I'm
next
good.
one.
Dude,
I'm good.
it's like that with everything though, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
even
yeah.
when I got into Hot Toys, first one I bought was the Bank Robber Joker, and then I was buying like Marvel Legends by the case, right?
Oh
And I
my
was like,
god.
okay, well, I love this movie, so I got to get this. And I was like, oh, I'll just get Batman to go with them. And then I ended up with every freaking Dark Knight figure, and then then I'll get an Iron Man, and then oh well, I need more Avengers to go with them. Like
Yeah.
and as you can see.
Yep. Yep.
It's like anything. You say you're going to start at one, but it never stops at one, man. So Adam,
I got
Adam,
like 4 or 5, under 10 different like varieties. It's all like creatures and stuff. So I'm pretty good at that. My latest pickup would have been the NECA Jaws figure.
Oh, nice.
nice.
And you still got that Bruce, man.
I do, yeah.
That's sick, dude.
Wow, I
And
didn't.
the
I didn't know
NECA
that was out.
scales pretty well with that.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
a
the
3-foot
Jaws is a.
Bruce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Jaws was a custom piece, wasn't it?
Wow, cool.
Yeah, it's Shark City Ozark. It's a guy in the States. He does like movie shark work, but then on the side they build like high quality props and specifically Jaws stuff.
Neat.
Yeah,
That's a great shark.
Yeah.
And he did a bloodied version too, right?
Well, you can custom order like how much gore, like whether or not you want the spear tips in the back and the dorsal fin, and yeah, there's some other options too. It's pretty cool.
Highly articulated says maybe try a new line. I mean, I'm still
Yeah,
pretty excited about
I
a lot of
feel bad
things.
for you guys. You're still I'm still
Yeah.
loving my new toys. Maybe try a new line. And I have done that, man. Like that's where I've fallen off with the hot toys and started getting into, like I'm a lot into smaller scale figures now where I wasn't before. And I'm kind of hit or miss, man. Like I don't need to go all in on a line like with the G.I. Joe Classified line just because that was my favorite line as a kid. That's kind of the only line I'm all in on. Other than that, it's the rate. Yeah,
And they're doing a
picking up.
good job with that line. Like
They
that
are,
one is
man.
one to stick with. That they're doing a really good job.
But I'll pick up, random Marvel Legends, not like I haven't gone all out. I'm not going to go all out. I kind of, I grab a figure here and there that I really like. Same
Not
with NECA
Legends
stuff.
anymore. Not at that price.
The Hiya toys, I'm grabbing a few of those just because I like the RoboCop ones are sick, man. Like you started showing me, like Ian showed me like his Queen Alien and some of the Predators and stuff that he got, and then
The
I saw the
118.
Robo, yeah,
Yeah.
they're 118 scale,
Yeah, the Queen
and
Predator was on sale, or the Queen Alien was on sale on a deep discount this week for like $20. I was like, "Ooh, should
Ooh,
I?"
I wish.
right? What
What?
did you get
That's still
from Deep?
35-40 Canadian, but better than what I paid. So
Yeah, um,
Let me
new
see.
that
new lines and new like you guys are talking about Super 7. It's kind of stylized, right? I have
yes,
some
Well, yeah,
Weta
certain things.
Weta Epic minis. This super cool stylized stuff. I have these two aliens.
Those are awesome.
oh, those
Wow,
are awesome, dude.
Like super
wow.
stylized.
I tried
And
to get a
a
Hyatt
little bit
Toys
more affordable.
118 Predator, but they canceled on me from deep discount. I guess
Mm.
they sold too many.
And I've heard that happen a lot and usually happens. I like what I've read is they're legit, but they tend to oversell or their online stock can't keep up with what they actually have in stock, so they end up
Yeah,
canceling. Like
I
I
gotta
mean,
check this out. I heard you guys
yeah,
talking
like
about this.
how many Hordaks did they have for $60, man? Like 10?
yeah,
And I'm
right.
sure like 100, what happens if 100 people ordered that?
Yeah, and actually,
yeah,
I'm still trying to get my money back from that because normally they're very good to cancel and refund you, but they didn't refund me on that order. They refunded me on my second order that had like the that Hiya Predator that they
yeah.
canceled. But for so I'm still going, but they are a good company. I've ordered multiple times. They've canceled on me and refunded me when things got oversold. I've gotten crazy deals on there. This was $14 or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw
And
that
this
and
was
that's
the
great, man.
example where like this is the first figure where I said when NECA showed this one, I said they've got all these different lines going now for turtles, and I need to crunch down a little bit. So let me not buy characters I have no idea who they are. I don't care about them. So I started doing that. But then when this one's $14, you go, okay, well, I guess I'm still a completist for now.
And she's a great figure, dude. Like I
Yeah,
got
she's
most of
cool.
like I got all those I guess is that the Mirage Comics version? I guess they are. I
This is
got
the regular
yeah,
retail version.
I got those through AliExpress
Oh, okay.
before. Like I've had my Reddit for probably a month and a half, 2 months now.
Wow.
But yeah, it's like I don't know, man. Like deep discounts was crazy, dude. And like if you didn't jump, even if you weren't into 1/6, if you didn't jump on
I
that
did.
Hordak or that Wolverine, dude, like you're crazy.
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
was
did the
already
Hordak, the Wolverine, and that Optimus that was $30.
I was
All
already
got
too late.
canceled.
I was already too late to the party when I saw him because I was doing stuff around the house in the
Yep,
morning, and I finally sat down, like you know, late afternoon, opened up my phone and just see what's going on. And Toy Bro was posting these links,
yep,
and I was like, well, they aren't still there. And I looked anyways, but I knew there was no fucking chance
yeah.
they'd still be
Especially if you've
available.
never bought
That was
before
like
and you gotta
three
create an
hours
account.
later.
Nah, it's a
Yeah,
mess. Oh,
no,
yeah, yeah.
unless you were like right there, and even
Yeah,
then, people are still getting
because I think that
cancellations.
was Thanksgiving Day they dropped that,
Yeah, I think so.
and
It was either that or the
so
day before. I think it was
we
yeah.
just ate dinner or something, and then they just started dropping links. I'm like, "Oh, I'm in there, I'm in there." I was trying to order. And I got sick stuff. I got this, I got the, I got like, we only got one Masterverse figure. I got the Merman.
Right on.
I thought I got a couple other
Where's
things
the
too.
baby from? I know NECA isn't doing realistic full scales yet.
That shit look real. I thought I got a couple other things from deep discount. Oh, I got my first Joy toy on the way. That might be here tomorrow or the next couple days. The Joy toy.
Okay. Yeah,
So
and I think they're
I'm
great,
excited for
man.
that one.
I've seen them like again, like my local comic book shop that I often go to. He keeps bringing them in, and people aren't fucking buying them. And I was like, man, they look so cool. Like every time I go in there, I'm tempted, but it's one more line I can't afford to get into, man.
Yeah.
But they do look great. Like the bots look fantastic because he has a couple of the bots opened and like in a display case, and they look
fantastic. What it do?
Bearded Builds, what up? Heyo!
Talented dude.
Welcome, brother.
What a beast.
Yeah, man. That he's a legend, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's yeah, there's lots of stuff coming. I got suckered in. I missed it the first 2 times. First time I had it in my cart multiple times and passed on it was that Mezco Pink Skulls, man, the Chaos Crew.
Yeah, I like that every
I
time.
was like, man, and the new one that dropped, that was like the best of both worlds, bro. So
yeah, I like the Mezco stuff, but thankfully I don't go crazy on the Mezco. I have ordered I'm hoping my first Mezco will be the Ultraman. I don't know when that's arriving because it keeps getting delayed, but that might be my first Mezco. Because I'm not big on soft goods. I'm really not.
Mine might be the Predator 112. That might be my first one.
Any day for you, or?
Yeah, I haven't pre-ordered it, but
okay.
And I was thinking about asking, but yeah, we have issues there, Aaron.
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have the Crow pre-ordered through him too. But sometimes I got to be on him when they come in because sometimes he'll put them out on the shelf, and it's like, dude, I pre-ordered that. That's why it's here. It's like, come on, dude, put that away.
Snooze, you lose kind of deal.
But he's good, man. As long as I catch it on stream, right? Because he does the weekly, what he brought in that week, and I try to watch and see what he's got brought in, and it's like, dude, I'm like, that's for me. Unless you brought in more than one, that's mine.
I'll have to get on that. Maybe swoop some of them up. I got a box. I got a Tupperware full of comics here. I got to bring it to him.
Yeah, I'm told him I'm going to bring my short boxes into him too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm planning on doing that next week.
Hey, I got a Predator short box. And I told him when I bought it, I was like, I was probably the only one in the city that can fill one of these as Predator comics.
Wow.
It's such an obscure,
I've got some omnibuses for Predator.
Yeah. They're good. I like that Dark Horse did that. They did like the small mini omnibuses.
Yeah, they're cool little size, but there's so many. Like you can go nuts with Predator comics.
And how do you read an omnibus? Like seriously, like I had like the first 3 Walking Dead omnibuses.
Ooh, I love
try reading that on the shitter.
Oh yeah, that's not happening.
You need like a separate table or stand, man. The thing's
I got some of those
and weighs like 40 pounds.
I'm only missing the 4th omnibus, which is the last one for Walking Dead, I believe.
Yeah, I need to pick up.
I might have it.
You guys got those ones?
That's it. The thick boys.
I scored like a first edition signed one off eBay for like $30.
Wow. I have a Walking Dead #1 sign. Oh no, not signed, but I have a Walking Dead #1. I need to get it signed.
Oh, really? Like legit? First print?
Yep.
Like first print?
Yep.
God damn, dude.
I was collecting Walking Dead before there was a TV show. I was a big Walking Dead fan. I still am. I'm very sad the show's over, but when they have 3 more shows coming next year, it's not so bad.
I got out of it, man. I'm so behind.
Yeah, I quit watching halfway through like season 10 or 11, I think. When the Whisperers showed up, I quit watching.
Yeah, that might have been 10.
It's funny. That's right where I like stopped the comics too, is where like the Whisperers started coming in.
I mean, the comics are great, and I think the show did a better job of the last half of that final arc. They did better in the show than the comic, I think. But both are great. I love it.
Yeah, I don't
And
know,
is
man.
Kyle going to do Street Sharks? I don't know. Go ask Kyle. Everybody wants Street Sharks. Mattel did those bullshit limited edition Street Sharks that were way overpriced. Did you remember those? Those were like
Man,
last
I
year.
love Street Sharks. Oh, I had some of those when I was a
They
kid.
did these like
Did
3
you?
Street Sharks that were never released or something, and they were like $100 each or something. It was a little silly.
And then Adam also said I bought the hardcover of Last Ronin and then had to go back and buy the floppies because I hate hardcover
Oh
comics.
man.
Yeah, because you got to press on that freaking on that spine, man, to be able to see it fully, right? So I don't know, unless you're collecting and you want to keep
I gotta
it
finish it. I
pristine.
haven't finished it yet.
Dude, it's a good story. It
Oh
is.
yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I was surprised. I already had the figures and then the hardcover came up on Amazon for like 25, 26 bucks. So I had to scoop it to see what it was about, and I managed to stay away from spoilers, so I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, I don't know the end yet.
Right? So I won't spoil it for anybody. But I
It's
was
the first issue though, so at least you don't wait too long to find out who he is.
But it's also pretty surprising, but I think they did it really well with who it is, who it turns out to be.
That's TMNT.
Yeah, it's Ninja Turtles. Yeah, the Last Ronin.
Last Ronin.
It's the story of it's the story of the last turtle, man. So the rest of them, yeah, the rest of them,
like figure release.
Yeah, they all got killed. So and
they're going to be doing a whole line just for that comic. It's crazy. So much turtles, man. So much.
But they're great, man.
They are really good.
Those Last Ronin figures, man.
I haven't gotten them yet.
If I do a top 5, one of them's definitely on it, bud. One of them is definitely on it.
Will you do a top 5 or 10 for the year?
I think so. I got to put one together anyways because they're doing one in Lost Cause Collective. So, they're pooling together everybody's top 5. So I'm probably gonna go off of that, and if anything comes out that piques my interest, and I need to move some stuff off, and
so they're going to like count votes and come up with a community top 10 or something.
I think they're just like individually like wanting people's top 5s. Okay. So yeah, I'm kind of going through and trying to figure out what is, because there's some stuff that came out this year, man, that people forget. Like the bats came out. Like my bats came out in January, February. Like
that's the other thing too. Some things kind of creep. Like this came out in December last year, but I didn't get it till January.
But that's what I mean. Like, so that's if it's your top 5.
Yeah.
Then if you got it in 2022, then that's who gives a shit if it didn't come out in 2022. Yeah. That's when you got it. It's your top 5. It's not somebody else's top 5, right?
Because also I don't do like top 6-inch. If I want to put the Thunder Tank in my top 10, it's in the top 10. If the Galactus will be in the top 10, and then the next thing might be a Muckman.
But that's what I mean. Like, is it even fair to have Galactus in there at this point? Because it's just
I put in my top 10 picks for the year. Because also these things aren't even action figures; they're essentially vinyl statues. Yeah. But I put them in there if I want to put them in there because that's what I like. I got this beautiful Mothra.
Exactly, because it's
might have to be top 10,
5, man.
I got that. You can't see it, but I got the Cookie Monster. It's Cookiezilla.
I saw your pictures.
Big Moth.
Yeah. I've seen that. And the Big Bird Moth. It's awesome, man. And that was that Mondo? I think it was Mondo, right?
No, it was Bottleneck Gallery.
Oh, okay.
Mondo has a nice Godzilla statue actually coming out.
I know. I sent.
I have the 2003 one.
Yeah, I sent John the link for it, man. It looks sick.
They do good stuff.
Yeah, I have the 89 statue. It's okay.
Yeah, that's so sick,
I have the Mothra statue right here. That I opened them the same day. The X Plus and the Mondo, they're both great. The Mondo's really, really good. Here's this guy.
Yeah, those are great, man.
It's a magnet.
Oh, cool.
Really strong magnet. So.
And is that like third party?
I don't know what the deal is. I'm not sure what that Bottleneck Gallery is doing over there.
Oh, Bottleneck Gallery. Okay, cool. I have some prints from them.
That's what I mean. Hey, like their prints are so dope. I don't know if they're licensed or not.
I want want to share my bottleneck story for the week.
Mm.
I ordered a Batman animated series print probably like 2-3 months ago.
Okay.
They shipped it through DHL. I got the shipping notification, so I was following it, and the link went dead. It never actually
Oh.
arrived. You know how it was like, it's making its way. You'll get that shipping notification. It's on its way to DHL. Well, it never went past that point, and then the link just went dead. So I waited a couple weeks to see if it showed up, and it didn't. So I messaged Bottleneck Gallery, and they messaged me back right away. Said we'll send you out a new one right away. No tracking, nothing showed up, and that was like a month ago. So I messaged them on Saturdays, and again, I was like, I messaged you guys. It's been about a month, nothing's arrived. I didn't get a tracking number when you said you would reship it. I'm just looking for a status update. Not even 5 minutes later, man, I got an email from them apologizing, saying that they're going to send me that print and a second print for the hassle. And then, like 2 minutes later, I got tracking notification.
Wow.
And it was like, holy shit, man. And then I looked and it's already in DHL's hands, man, and like on its way to me. And this
I
was
thought
yesterday.
this was going the bad way.
And I was like,
happy ending.
I was like,
You said DHL. I was like, oh shit.
But this was like, that's like the best customer service response I've ever had, man. Like dealing with companies like NECA, Loot Crate, Mezco.
Oh, don't say Loot Crate.
A lot of these things that don't have a storefront that you only deal with directly. And over the pandemic, they shut down a lot of like their direct contacts. So you have to like email them. And sometimes you'll get like the standard, copy and pasted email sent back to you. And it is, it's the same fucking email they send to everybody, right? From so-and-so at mezco.com or NECA.com or whatever. Don't respond to this email because it's like thanks. And then I'll email them again a couple weeks later, and then I'll get the same copy and pasted email. And then I'm like, I don't need your copy and pasted email. I need somebody to tell me what the fuck is going on with my shit. I paid money for this. I gave you money for this a year ago, and I want to know where it is. You know what I mean? And it's like,
don't even bother reaching out to Dorkside. Don't even bother right now.
Well, and I saw that. I watched Dork Layer today while I was cleaning up. I had it going in the background, and they had a decent man. He did a good job because he was playing both sides. He's reached out to a few people and wanted to know what was going on. He didn't just start bagging on them, but he also wanted to be a safe space for, kind of collectors to.
We need to know how many people are getting screwed. What's the deal?
Well,
some people are getting things shipped though. That's why I placed that order yesterday or whatever. It's worth the gamble for the cheap figures. But when this happens, it's not good. Megalopolis had the same thing happen. This was another online toy company. And you know what they did? They had the same kind of cadence where towards the end of the month, they would have these crazy sales. It's because they needed to move some product to get money, I guess, to pay the bills for the month. Yep. So, and that's what Dorkside's been doing for the last couple months. They've been kind of selling things really cheap. That's where I got my last Ronin Playmates figure and my my Hunchback Leo for like $20. So you could see things weren't right.
They get all the deals, and they don't pay ridiculous amounts for shipping, man. Because even when there's like, oh, it's too much shipping, you're paying $15 shipping, man. Like we're paying like $30, $35 shipping, and that's not even like once you start getting into statues, you're paying like hundreds of dollars in fucking shipping, and then custom fees and taxes.
Yeah, your
like,
shipping is.
Toys you don't get charged duties on, but statues you do, which is fucked up, man. Because even like even if it's a small statue, man, like I've ordered some like 1/10 scale like Iron Studio stuff through Mario Ian, and he still has to charge you taxes on top of that, even though like when you order Hot Toys and stuff through him, you're not paying the duties, but statues, even little statues, you still have to pay duties. It's wild because they're not considered a toy. Right. But man, like when you're getting in some of those quarter scale and 1/3 statues, man, you're paying like $200-$300 shipping.
Oof,
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
where if
Definitely.
you're in the States and you order from Sideshow or wherever, you're still paying like what, $20-$30 shipping.
I'll
Sideshow, I
drive.
haven't seen them.
I've driven 10 hours, I think, for a statue one
Wow.
time.
Just the
I mean,
What were
same.
you saying
Sideshow
there,
will
Des?
charge like $25 for shipping, $20 for shipping. And that's why sometimes some things aren't a good deal because at Sideshow particularly, their shipping isn't great, even if
I've
you're
heard that.
ordering toys. So
Like even my Biggie statue, I got messaged before it shipped that was like, "Oh, we were under the bar, so we need you to ship another $25 for shipping on top of what we already
wow.
charged." And it's like,
Ooh.
you know what? I'm already all in, and the statue's already paid for. So at this point, what's 25 more bucks to
Yeah.
get it
They
out the
got you.
door? But
They know you're addicted.
yeah, but it's
He-
yeah,
Here's I got a good Sideshow story where Sideshow customer support was great because I ordered the Thunder Tank through Sideshow
okay,
because it was the best deal because you could do the payment plan for a year. The shipping was, I don't know, at the time the shipping was the cheapest option. So Sideshow was the great place to go because it's better than EE, it was better than Big Bad. You got the payment plan, so it was paid off by the time the thing came, and this shit's been paid off for over a year now, so that's fine. That's where I ordered through. But then maybe after the first few weeks of the tank being available, Sideshow changed their tank to be, instead of 450, they changed it to 480 or something like that, 490, and gave
yeah,
it free shipping.
Mm.
So at one point I messaged Sideshow. I said, well, now the cost is 490 with free shipping. Should I, change my order to be 490 with free shipping, or should I take the gamble and see what shipping is going to cost me? Like, to support, I was asking them, and they gave me free shipping on my Thunder Tank. So
Oh,
I got
nice.
that upgrades from them. So they were helpful there to hook it up.
and that's really, I like hearing good fucking like customer service stories like that because I know I know like dealing with Sideshow, you know, they've always been great, and I'm sure Ian, you know too firsthand. It's like when you get a damaged product, I don't know if they still do it, but they used to want you to destroy the product instead of sending it back to them. So
Wow.
you'd
Yeah.
have to take a video or take pictures of you destroying the product, and then
Whoa.
they would just send you a new one
Yeah.
instead of getting the damaged one returned, man.
Yeah.
And I don't
That's
know.
YouTube's
a
like
wild
littered with
idea.
videos of those guys who like blow them up or like run them over with
Yeah,
their truck.
I'd run them over with trucks, roll them over with like steamrollers, and
Mm,
Yeah.
there's some pretty crazy videos, man. Like even my first one, I think that was my first YouTube video ever. Was me destroying the DX
Oh, you're Batman.
Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
wow. That's good content though.
and I beat the shit out of that with a hammer, man.
In some states, you can get some low grade explosives. So
Yeah,
I'm sure
fair
people are
enough.
doing
Throw,
that.
throw some M80s in there and toss her up in the sky.
Yeah.
Watch it rain plastic.
Some skeet shooting.
Yeah, man. Well, boys, you got anything else you want to talk about?
No, I appreciate you having me on. This was great.
Yeah, man.
There's always a
Um,
lot of things going on with toys. Somehow the news doesn't stop. Somehow the deliveries don't stop.
nope.
Who's
They
buying all
really
this stuff? Right?
Yeah, right. Is that what Atlanta says?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. Like, especially statues. Who's buying $6,000 statues?
Mm.
Oh,
There was a
I don't
Square
know.
Enix Final Fantasy statue that Prime One came out with, and I think a lot of it had to do with the licensing or whatever. But it was like $6 or $7 grand, and it was quarter scale. And I was like, who the hell's buying this stuff?
I mean,
And
for
who
those kind of
paid?
things, they only make like 1,000 or a few hundred of them, right? It's
Yeah,
not something they're making like
Yeah,
10,000 of, really.
yeah.
but still, like 6 grand, even for that's a lot for a quarter scale statue,
I mean,
man.
I
That's
guess they're
insane.
making
People
like,
are
Like
like,
that's
what?
a lot for a 1/3 statue,
Yeah.
I guess like
right?
if
Did
there's
you?
1,000 rich guys out there that, you could see it, I guess.
Yeah. Did you get? Have you guys watched any Tokyo Comic Con stuff? Prime One had
Uh,
like an amazing booth this year.
I thought
Did
I saw
they?
something.
Yeah.
I've
Is that
been,
this weekend or was that the other day?
I think it was last weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna
yeah,
say I thought I saw something. with someone walking around showing the Tamashii Nation stuff.
Okay, I need to look into that. I need to watch all that, and hopefully X Plus was there. I'd like to see what they're coming out with.
I forget
So
what
I can
show
hop
X
on
Plus was
something
just
during
at.
pre-order.
X Plus was just at some event, and I forget which. It might have been Wonderfest or Winterfest or one of those things, and they showed off nothing I wanted, and I was like, "Wow, this is great! Nothing to spend money on." It seems like December, though. Don't be surprised if December is crazy. Last year we had 3 HasLabs. We had the Turtle Wagon from Super 7. There's all December was like a sneaky expensive month last year, and I didn't buy anything but the Turtle Wagon. But
the other thing is, and they've shown it, and they did mention that pre-orders were going to start going live in September, and they haven't yet. So maybe they might sneak it in. Is they're doing their turtle layer dials in 3 pieces?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, NECA's got to be doing that.
Yeah, they're doing it in 3 pieces, man. They're doing the living room, the lab, and the kitchen.
Like a kitchen or something.
You're talking movie or animated?
Cartoon. The cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they showed it off initially at, I think, San Diego Comic-Con.
Yep.
But they didn't show it at New York.
Yeah, and the other thing is that's going to be able to the street dial. I have one right here.
Yeah,
it's going to be able to attach on top of the sewer layer.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
and
that means they're probably putting up more street dioramas for sale as well. If you need a cartoon street diorama, they'll probably be available again.
And I passed on the cartoon one the first time because with shipping, it was going to be like, and exchange was going to be close to $300 Canadian. When I have 2 of the movie street dials that I got for like $115, I was like, I don't know if I can pay, I could buy almost 3 of those for the price of the one cartoon, and it's the same style. It's just,
are you getting a sewer layer?
Different color, right? It has a couple extra accessories. You get the antenna and something else, but basically, structurally, it's the same product. Just painted or casted in a different color, right? To be the cartoon. So I couldn't. But the dials, man, I don't know. It's like
repaint.
What's that?
Yeah, repaint.
So, you could. I'm not the painter, bro. You can paint. I can't paint shit.
I saw the stuff you're doing. It's looking good, man.
I'm trying, man. I dabble here and there. It's more watching YouTube videos of other guys showing you how to do shit. That's where I'm learning from.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Fair enough. But yeah, those NECA turtle dials, man. I won't be shocked if they squeeze those in before Christmas.
I think they might. Yeah.
And it's just they said they were gonna do one at a time. So and they said they were gonna start with the living room. So I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, we see that up for pre-order before the end of the year. I wouldn't be shocked.
Those fuckers.
I know, right? Well, the same with Mezco, man. The fuckers, they dropped the second Pink Chaos fucking skulls in the same year, and then they did the blue Cousin Eddie pre-order like not even a week after, right? The one was Black Friday and the other was up Cyber Monday. It was like, you son of a bitches.
Wow.
But at least the one like the Eddie was a pre-order, so that doesn't come out till next year. But the Pink Skulls was in stock, like shipping right away. Like it wasn't an NRD, it was a full price. Here it is. They're shipping soon. So yeah, I'm
waiting for that Ultraman. I want that Ultraman to show up.
Right on, man. Yeah. They're doing some good stuff, man.
Yeah. And I'm definitely getting in that sewer layer. I have the shelf where I want it to go on one of those garage shelving units. I have the shelf ready to go where I want that to go. I don't know the dimensions on that thing yet, but that's I've been waiting for it. Do I need a street diorama? I'll think about it. I have to measure this and see if it'll fit on one of my shelves down there. Maybe I will, but yeah, that would really suck to have another like $300 in dioramas to spend.
Do you have any Godzilla scale diorama stuff?
No. Not even like the Monster Art stuff. I don't really have any like buildings or anything like that, or any play sets like that. The only thing I've really started making a shelf of is my Thundercats. I got the art print. I got a printout of the, I think it was wave, might have been wave 3 for Thundercats, they had the backdrop. The artist who made that, his name is Magnus Creative, I believe, on Instagram. He made the digital renders of that wave, and in the background, there's a cat's lair. I reached out to him and said, "Hey, I'd love to be able to print that cat's lair if there's some way to do it." So I got the print from him, or the file. I printed it right at Walgreens, if you can fucking believe that. They printed it no problem on a really nice poster board. And now I got a cat's lair as my backdrop for that shelf. That's the only thing I've done that's like, in a diorama type building of a display so far.
I needed something similar printed off for this display here.
Yeah, do like a warehouse or some kind of industrial factory.
Man. Well, it'd be the drop ship in the background.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah.
Wouldn't you want like the interior though? Like kind of like to just have like
the loading bay.
Yeah,
it'd be the loading bay of the like the big ship, and then the APC would like the lander would be in the background, like kind of hanging.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find a good image of that. It's hard. Movie stills and like movie background stuff's pretty hard to come by.
Yeah,
especially with that wider, because everything's shot in either 4x3 or 16:9. So it's hard to find something unless you stretch it, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's that sizing wise, especially if you got a weird size shelf. Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Where do you get your X Plus from?
So me, I mean, most of my order direct from X Plus. If you want it depends. For you, shipping, I don't know what it looks like. Going to Canada.
To be Ami. Like Ami was like the cheapest back in the day when I was looking at X Plus stuff. But
there's options now. Especially with the yen being so weak, you have some decent options. For me, usually, X Plus has their own site. You can go to us.rick.xplus.com, something like that.
Yeah.
So the Rick is the kind of the exclusive version of a figure. So for example, this Mothra is the Rick version. So there's a standard and then a Rick, and the Rick has the light up eyes.
Yeah.
So if you buy directly through the Rick site, the good thing for that is you pay for the figure and they charge you for the shipping right there. So you know what you're going to pay for shipping right away. Plus you're getting the more exclusive version with the light up eyes. Now I'm tired of light ups. So it's nice when they do something other than light ups, like maybe a bonus. What's the most recent thing? Sometimes I have like little mini figures or something that comes with them, stuff like that. But yeah, essentially, sometimes the Rick site is the best bet, or you buy it through Ami, or HLJ is another really popular one. But I've been using lately, if you really want to do imports, my recommendation is Hobby Genki. I'm liking them more than HLJ these days because one, they have an unlimited storage. So they're not like HLJ, it's 45 days or something, like maybe 60 days that they'll let you hold stuff. But Hobby Genki doesn't have a delay. And sometimes they're selling things less than retail. And again, if you pay in yen, it's going to be a better deal. And it's just I forget what. Oh, they get P Bandai exclusives there. So for one point in Japan, and if you don't really import figures, maybe you're not familiar with some of this, but earlier this year, maybe starting in like December last year, actually, about a year ago, this is what started happening. One, the Godzilla store in Japan stopped taking some U.S. credit cards. None of my credit cards would work there anymore. Now, they wouldn't ship to the U.S., but you could use a proxy to ship things into Japan, and then they would ship it to you. But you could no longer use a U.S. credit card. Another thing that happened was the P Bandai Japan site, you could no longer get to it from the U.S. You had to use a VPN to get to that website. Why? Because they were trying to crack down on international people being able to get things for whatever reason. So now, just to even browse the website to see what they're even selling, you'd have to use a VPN. And the reason you'd want to do that is you need to get the link to the site so that you can go to a proxy website like Zen Market or DE Japan. I prefer DE Japan. You go to that site and then you put the URL in to actually order something in Japan. And if they can't order it because something sold out, they cancel it. But essentially, it's just a one way of doing a proxy purchase in Japan for stuff that they won't sell to someone in the U.S. But that's what's nice about Hobby Genki. they're now they're making it that one less step to get these premium Bandai items. And I've seen some of them be sold less than retail there for however they're doing that.
Well, they're probably just protecting their North American suppliers, right?
That's the other thing. They don't want people importing as much because of this impact sales. But most of the things I'm talking about is stuff that isn't even sold in the US. Yeah. That, like, for example, they have a lot of like Super Sentai stuff. Yeah, that's why they don't sell it in the US. But to block you completely from getting to their website and to put loops through it, it just made things a little harder. And that was why I started using Hobby Genki, because they started making it easy to get those things.
Cool. I'll have to check that one out.
So yeah, I recommend, and I need to do this on my stream, is break down like how do you import stuff, because it seems people are still. I have nothing like, I love sites like Kaiju Live. I love AJ over at Kaiju Live. He does a great show. He imports things and makes it available in the US for great prices. Other sites like Awesome Collector and these people, they do good service to give you things at a good price, but you can save money if you import directly. So, and I try to be helpful to people, like give recommendations. Hey, how can you use Big Bad Toy Store a little bit smarter? How can you get the best deals? You know, you should be following people like Toy Bro and Pre-Tourney on Twitter to know when things are on sale. So I see a lot of like little tips like that maybe people that want to import something and they're scared. I feel like I could give some information there. So at some point I'll be doing an episode like, these are the sites you want to use. This is why. Ami and those sites are great, but when you can't really combine your orders, you wind up spending a lot of money on shipping.
Yeah.
That's the downside to like Ami. Yeah. I don't recommend Bai. They really fucked me on an order recently, and I had to pay a lot of money for shipping because they wouldn't take. I had 2 orders, so 2 different boxes got delivered to Bai, and they wouldn't take the items out of one box and combine it with the other box. They put 2 boxes together and made this giant box, and I had to pay so much money in shipping. I was like, wow. So I don't recommend Bai. if that's helpful too.
The whole logistics behind something like that is just, sometimes it's funny.
Yeah.
You understand there's probably just not someone there to like organize.
I think they do it on purpose though.
Out, right?
Yeah. I mean, from what I heard, I think it was Chamba I was talking to. He likes when certain retailers or proxy services like a Zen Market or Hobby Genki, or not Hobby, Zen Market, DE Japan. I also use Tenso. That's a different kind of proxy. He likes when they don't combine or open the boxes and combine them. So I guess it just gives people options. Yeah, Anime Export, I've heard that is really good, but I haven't personally used them. I don't think. You
still getting from Ali there, Aaron? I've yet to try it out.
I haven't gotten anything recently, brother. There's nothing come out. Like mostly it was the turtle stuff, and just because it was there first, and honestly, with shipping was either close to or even cheaper or what it would cost us to get it here in Canada.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that sexy Ray Fillet might be hitting soon. Did you see that guy?
Well, and that's the thing. I'll probably be on that. It's just bits or pieces, man. But I limit myself at like 3 figures because that seems to be the best shipping. If you go over that, it gets to be too much. But if you go under that, then it doesn't make it as worth it. I found like 3 packages from the same vendor is usually the best way to get it's the best price to shipping that you can get.
Do you have other collectors like you could order like 3 of a figure and help you guys save some money that way?
Yeah, I guess I could, but I don't know if I know enough people locally that would do it unless I sell them.
Well, let me know. Let me know if you're interested in one.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Maybe
I thought about it, Ian, and I probably could buy 3 of one figure and then sell them locally. But I don't know, man. The way things have been going lately with selling stuff on buy and sell, it's been kind of hit or miss, man. So
yeah,
I don't know.
That you'd be pretty safe.
Yeah, I'm already sitting on enough shit that I want to move that I don't have doubles and triples of. I don't know if I want to start doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that.
I find it hard because I start like, okay, I want to like get a couple to save on shipping, but then it like starts getting to like 7 figures. Like, no, it's too much.
I know, man.
You need to stop looking.
It does, because then it's like, you got to find that balance. You know what I mean? Where it's worth it to pay the shipping, especially when we're getting stuff from the States, right? If you're paying $30 for one figure, or you're paying $30 for 3 or 4 figures, you know what I mean?
It's a savings.
Yeah.
Where is he located?
I wish I had more local collectors to bundle orders with. He's in Kelowna, BC, and I don't think they have a huge collector community. Like Ian, I met locally, and there's quite, there's a few of us that have met through like, Facebook.
I think Vancouver. Like I think Vancouver is actually pretty hot, but people just, I don't know, they don't socialize about it or something,
right? Like it seems like there's like a lot, especially like when Hot Toys and like 1/6 Canada started. There's a lot of like Edmonton collectors in the group when it first started, right? Like the core group. There were some guys in Toronto and a couple guys in Quebec, but like a lot of us were from here, man, and that's kind of how we all met. You know what I mean? Like Ian and myself, Pert, Josh. That's how we hooked up with Maurice. It's, I don't know, it was a decent community here for a bit. I don't know, everybody's kind of grown and fallen off. Adam's gotten into motorcycles and big trucks now, so and you still have your side gig. Ian likes to take his truck out to the track.
I got too many hobbies.
What to the track?
I rally race a Ford Ranger.
Okay.
Ford Ranger.
Nice.
Yeah. I got too many hobbies, man. That's my problem. Collecting's always been there, and it seems to keep sticking around. For us up here too, I don't know about you, Aaron, but I find when the winter hits, spend more time inside, pay more attention to the figures, and kind of get sucked back in. Like, hey, I need one of these now.
Yeah, right. Well, and that's it, man. Like in the winter, for me, it's when I'm my busiest at work. So, I mean, I socialize less. I'm more at work. When the snow flies, that's how I pay for this shit, man. So you know what I mean. And it's less hours at home, and just more time at work. So it's kind of how it goes. And then summertime comes, and you want to be out doing stuff, and it's the same thing, bro. You've been here, you know me. I got too many fucking hobbies too. Like Caitlin and I talk about it all the time. I'm like, man, you need to find a hobby other than me, because I need some me time to do some hobby shit. You know what I mean? And she's starting to do like some other macrame. She's picking up some other stuff that lets her do stuff by herself that she doesn't have to do directly with me. So, and she's
get her
not
on custom tailoring, bro.
What's that? Yeah, I guess. But she doesn't like this shit, man. She rather, she'd be happy if I had one cabinet. But she tolerates me. She loves me, so I can't complain.
She's awesome.
Do you drive a snowplow, or do you just work and like?
No, I manage crews, man. I'm a supervisor.
There you go.
I used to. That's where I started. And Ian fixes them, man. He works for a different company, but he fixes the stuff that comes in. He's a heavy duty mechanic.
Yeah, at a dealership, and we do a lot of City Edmonton work.
Wow.
So yeah, it's I started out plowing though, man. It's just I kind of worked my way up the ranks. So now I'm the one that puts guys to work.
There you go. Do you have to have certain kind of certification or something to drive those trucks?
Oh yeah. You got to have class 3, and then there's a lot of like in-house training for sanding, plowing, and some of the heavy equipment side of it too, right? Loaders, graders. Stuff like that. There's we're a big city, man, so there's lots of moving parts, right? So
do you have like an abundance of people that can do that, or is that something where you gotta like you can find someone that wants to plow and then you can get them certified and then hit the road?
I mean, I some people are more skilled than others. I'll put it. I can't say too much.
I'm not driving one of those.
I can't say too much about that. Some people, I'm like, I don't know. Should he have a license?
Man, it's sketchy. People like often the plow is moving slow, right? The roads are dangerous already.
Yeah.
There's people trying to get to work, people trying to go Christmas shopping, and they're cutting these guys off. And man, it's a tough gig, I'd say.
Yeah, like when you get 7 plows in like a V formation going down the highway, and you guys got Yeah, on the Henday, on the white mud, and you still got guys who are impatient trying to squeeze through, man, and they get stuck in windrows. It's like you're driving a Toyota Corolla and the windrow's like 3 feet high. You ain't getting through that shit, man. Fucking think.
Yeah.
Wait, and we'll clear it so you can get
Mm.
through. You just got to sit back a couple minutes, man. But people are impatient. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
My wife used to work in a nursing home, so if the weather was bad, she had to be there. But she works in a doctor's office now, so that shit should be closed if the weather's bad. I work from home. My ass is not driving in the snow.
Man,
nothing closes here, man.
Nothing
Oh, yeah.
closes here, dude.
No.
We have 5 feet of snow. You're still going to work, man.
Mm-mm. Not here.
Them kids are still getting on the school bus too.
That's right, man. We don't have snow days here, bro.
Oof. Ugh. Ugh. We used to look forward to snow days for school, man.
Snow
Which
is what we
state are
do
you in
here.
there? Des?
I'm in New Jersey, so we don't get where I'm at in South Jersey. We don't get crushed with snow, but some winters are worse than
I heard
others.
Buffalo got it bad.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't think that's too abnormal for them, but it was a lot to have this early, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're on the coast like that, I guess anything's possible, right?
Yeah, yeah. We get a blizzard every maybe like 4 years, 5 years. We get slammed, or we'll get a couple big snowstorms, and shit will be shut down for a while. But
How about Texas last year? Oh man.
yeah,
that
I mean they
killed them.
lost power and they don't get snow. So when they do,
Yeah.
I guess they aren't prepared. Snow days are for the weak. Look, down here, I guess, I mean, if you don't have that infrastructure to have those people for plowing and shit,
No,
what can
it's
you
true.
do?
No, and that's true. Absolutely, man. Like,
Nobody's got the
Especially on my
time.
dead end street. You're not getting out of this street when the snow comes. They might plow us into the street here.
we do our best to be prepared for it, and we're still underprepared, man.
Yeah.
And that's the
We're
thing.
still
It's like
idiots.
weather. The problem is weather's so unpredictable, man. You
Oh, yeah.
can't guess, and it's like you can follow the forecast. Here, like Ian, being here in Edmonton, sometimes it says it's gonna snow 5-10 fucking centimeters, and then it's like we're in a bubble and it just goes around us, man. And then
it'll be +5 one day and then -25 Celsius. The
Yeah,
next
the
day.
next
So we're
day.
talking. Yeah, we're talking like
Wow.
I don't know, 15 Fahrenheit to like 32
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, 0 would be 32, right?
Yeah,
That's freezing. Mhm.
So
Yeah.
and then to like maybe -15 Fahrenheit. So yeah, in one day, it's crazy.
Omar got light rain right now.
I live in Los Angeles. I'm complaining about light rain right now. Man, in Vancouver, that's all it does is fucking rain in the winter.
Yeah. Well, Nolan, my brother is in Vancouver, and they got dumped on yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. Man.
Yeah, I mean, it gets cold here, but it's way colder where you guys are, I'm sure.
Yeah, I only had snow days when I lived in Ontario, man, when I was a kid. Because we didn't get the snow like we get out here, man. Here it's just regular business, man. Everything keeps moving.
That's why I'm in dad mode right now with sealing up these damn windows, stopping the draftiness. Because that's the best time to do it is when the cold comes in. You can't tell in the summertime. So when the cold's flying in, it's like, okay, I got to replace this stripping on this window. I've been doing a lot of that lately.
Or you just have a crazy wife who thinks there's drafts in every fucking window.
I think I'm the crazy person who thinks there's drafts. I'm like, why is it so cold in here
coming
today?
in from here? No, there isn't. You're crazy. Here, have a blanket.
Yeah.
No, I'm the guy that is it cold in here or just me?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's just,
Especially with the price of gas this winter. Woo! We're gonna be in for it.
Oh yeah, no. All right, boys. Well, we've been going for almost 2 hours, and I think we're gonna wrap her up. Des, do you want to tell people where they can find you?
Yeah, you can go to the Team Don't Ever Stop YouTube channel. The easiest way might be just going to teamdon'teverstop.com. That'll take you right to the YouTube channel. I do streaming on Tuesdays, talking toys, the news, sometimes unboxing, big things, small things. Usually have a lot of pickups somehow. I don't know how. There's always something coming in, but there is. And I chat with my buddies. We got Sinister Robot in the chat. He's on there a lot of days. I have my dad on very often because he's a NECA collector at McFarland. He does a lot of Spawn. So he comes on, we chat, we go over the news. I try to have more people on to talk toys, like AI's been on, and we've had some other great guests, Diego Doom and AJ from Kaiju Live. And more people have said they're interested, and it's just a timing thing, of course. But you can expect more chats with people and just having fun. Yeah. Tuesdays at 9 Eastern. 9:30 Eastern, usually, depending on when the kids are bed, try and be on 9:30. And thanks again, dude, for having me.
Hey, no problem, Ian.
You can't find me.
You want to plug anything?
No, I got the odd YouTube video, but I'm not really in them too much. More about the angles and the lighting and the ambiance. So that's more what I'm into.
Fair enough, man.
But I enjoyed it. Thanks, guys. Hopefully, I was in here with the kids, so I was kind of got a little crazy, but
Yeah, no, man. I'm glad you had time to show up, bro.
Cool. Gotta get some other boys on here, Aaron.
Yeah, for sure, man. Get Daniel and yeah. I know Adam isn't into a lot of this stuff anymore at all, but we could pull him in and do a chat for sure. Anyways, you guys on stream who are here, you all know where to find me. It's AI Collectibles on YouTube, on Instagram. I posted 2 new reviews this week of Crimson Guard and Sarana from G.I. Joe Classified, so check those out. And I'm around. I'm on Instagram. I respond to messages if you DM me, and I kind of mess around, do some photography, do some unboxing, and just do chit chats with fellow collectors, man. And
you did that dope picture with the zombies and Ash in the hallway. That was a dope
man.
picture.
I just kind of mess around here and there. I'm getting better at doing my lighting and following a little more tutorials and trying to get get my settings right on my camera so I can make the shots a little more clear. But I'm trying, man. So
I think in 2023 I wanted to learn a little more about taking pictures too, doing a little better, setting up lighting. Same thing. I just got a new phone, so hopefully that's good enough. I got that OnePlus 10 Pro.
Right on, man.
It's got 4 damn lenses on it. It's got to take a decent picture.
You can still pull off shit with a good phone camera, man. And you already got the good startings of a fucking Christmas dio there. So
I've got some ideas. Don't worry.
Oh, I got here. This is a classic in the 1/6 community, right? But it fits other stuff too, right?
Oh yeah,
awesome. Yeah, I need to get some.
The Santa Claus hat. I gotta find mine. Caitlin keeps asking, when are you gonna post your Santa Claus Christmas?
Okay, well,
those Big Bad Santa Clauses shipped this year. Those Big Bad was supposed to have all those Santa figures. I was hoping they would be arrived, but it doesn't look like they're coming this month.
Aaron, Superstore has like in their bargain racks there. It's for a wine bottle. It's a hat and a scarf. So there you go.
Oh shit!
It's like $1.39 or something.
All right. Well, I'm gonna thank everybody for watching and.